had a lot of channels come in before this reading. One of them is about fashion. You could have been thinking about like a Nashville song, and then you see someone wearing a shirt that says Nashville on it. Glow in the dark is very significant for this collective. So just like this shirt, it glows in the dark, and so basically the divine and the universe is wanting me to tell you that you are the light in that darkness. You glow. You still shine and radiate your glow from the dark. And that is how people are noticing your spark. People, like manifestations, like whether it be friends, lovers, you're getting reciprocal kind of love, whether platonic, romantic. That thing that you're manifesting for is coming to fruition. And another thing that I heard was, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better. So you may have been putting pressure on yourself to be the most perfect person that you have in your vision. You want to be already at your envisioned mind, body, and soul, and operating from that place. But you're doing so much better than you think, and that you shouldn't strive for perfection, but rather just strive to improve and strive to be you. I know that I'm really channeling when I start rhyming, and yeah, that's happening a lot. Also, I'm getting something of significance about either you or someone around you getting something like in their eye. That recently happened to me, and I don't know why, but it really stuck with me for the collective. So you could have gotten something, or someone could have gotten something in their eye to where it irritated them. Music is also significant for this collective. The divine is speaking to you through music at this time. So really be mindful and pay heed to the music that you're listening to, because there are messages in there. I'm also hearing that you could have gotten messages through music, some things that really touched you and really truly aligned with you, that you felt was truly a message from the divine. And this is your confirmation, if not already, that that is truly what had happened. Also, some music that I'm getting of significance to the last two songs that played that I knew was for the collective was Crawling by Linkin Park and Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So I'm also hearing too, like Mr. Brightside or any other song you could have forgotten about, because I had forgotten about them. You could have forgotten about them and then recently just got into them, rediscovered them, or you're going to if you haven't already. Okay. I think we're ready for this reading now that I got all those channels out the way. Oh, I have one more thing too, is I got to that you may feel like everything is slowly loading for you, and the divine and your higher powers, whoever you believe in, is telling me to say to you that these things that are slowly loading, they're still loading at the end of the day. Nothing is a delay for you at this time. Okay, now let's see what we get here. Divine, what is happening for this collective? What is happening for this collective? Okay, got the Death card. We have the Lovers card, and that's yet again confirmation that this connection that you've manifested is coming to fruition. This platonic friend or this romantic lover is coming. It is floating. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Some of you guys could have had a dark night of the soul last night or a few days ago, very recently. Let's see. See what else comes through. There's something of meaning. Something is very meaningful to you and holds a lot of meaning. The Hanged Man, and it is coming towards you. I'm just seeing, yeah, something coming towards you, and it's like walking right to you, and like you're not gonna see it from a distance. From afar, you're not gonna tell what it is, but as it gets closer and closer in, as soon as it starts moving in, you're gonna be able to tell what this blessing is. And then I also got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so let me give you a reading. I'm getting a lot of yellow. Yellow could be significant. Red as well. Yellow and red are really coming through with these cards in this very moment. And with the Death card, this is just signaling to a transformation that you're having at this time. This flag signals a sort of transformation phase that you're going through. You could have been having like weird dreams recently, and like this signals to like a renewal, like a rebirth, like you're completely shedding an old version of yourself to let this new version in. And yeah, this is just crazy because I recently had a dream too that I was pregnant, and you could have had one too. I don't know why I felt called to share that, but this just signals that you are going through a rebirth. Pregnancy dreams are about rebirth and just renewal and all this stuff. I just realized I forgot to do that before the reading, so might as well do it now before it gets even later. So yeah, this is just about how you had something on a steady foundation and now it's crumbling down. Whatever you built, you realize no longer is aligned with you, who you are, all the way to your core, your mind, body, and soul. And so it came crumbling down, and growth is gonna feel like loss. You are gonna lose some things in the process, whether it was a version that you held of yourself or a vision that you had for your future and how it was gonna play out for yourself. So this is just really saying how excuse me, I lost my train of thought there for a second, but this is just saying how these things are falling away to make space, to make room for you to build something even truer and deeper to the you that is existing in this very moment. And like I said, yellow or red could be of significance. I'm seeing a lot of like roses like in the hair, as well as roses in the Lovers card. Like there's a lot of floral energy going on. You may be receiving flowers or gifting flowers yourself. And so yes, this is just something where you have had such a earth-shattering impact from like this just revelation to where you can't go back. And you don't want to go back. Like I'm hearing you're very grateful for this because you're being able to see through such a truer lens. You know, it's not sugarcoating whatever this was, this person, place, thing, idea, whatever it may have been. And so yeah, this is not destruction. Just remember that, and that there is no delay at this point. You're moving forward, just like the skeleton is on his steed. Is it steed? I think it is. So yeah, you're just getting ready for that new day. Like, that light is here. It is coming in through the cracks, whether you want it to or not. But I'm hearing that, yeah, even though it's coming through the cracks, the divine is wanting me to tell you to let it in. Open your door and just let it all in and bask in it. And so, yes, this could be an end of a cycle, a habit, a relationship, or an identity. And this is just something that needed to happen. Maybe you didn't want it to happen, but it needed to happen because it has outlived its purpose. It's overstayed its welcome, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, it could have been like a bumpy road for you, you know. After your kingdom crumbles down, you have to walk through all of the rubble that's left over, and that's not a necessarily smooth or straight journey. You have to go around it, and so that's what you're figuring out how to do. And this is just saying, grieve if need be, but just know that this is just something that is happening, so something more aligned, more alive, and just something that suits you even more will come in. And so this ending of whatever this was is just a new beginning. And so it's just telling you to just let it go. Let it go and let it grow. For some reason too, I'm hearing like let it grow from the Lorax. So the Lorax animated movie, the newer one, not so much the older animation, could be of significance to you. You know how they're all surrounded around the tree and they're all just dancing and singing the Let It Grow song. I'm also hearing that there was someone that didn't want to see you succeed. Someone was the Mr. O'Hare of your story, saying, let it die, let it shrivel up and die. So that's interesting. I wonder, like, who that was. In my last reading too, I got someone who could have been secretive towards you, and the card was asking you to just take a look around to see who it may be, just investigating who and the why. Why are they needing that secrecy? What are they hiding? So there could have been someone mischievous, devious, suspicious, hiding things from you, having a hidden agenda towards you. And so you could be releasing this relationship after you found whatever it is, like their true selves, their true motives may be. As I said, there is a lot of floral energy, if you can see that. There is, and this is Adam and Eve. You could be a Gemini. I'm getting twins, the yin to your yang, So whatever it may be, you're finally finding that someone who is a perfect fit for you, and has just a perfect balance of things that are similar to you as well as different from you. So you guys are going to find that there is just that perfect balance of them needing to be serious when need be, but also having that lightheartedness and not always being so intense. And you're really going to get that reciprocal kind of love. You asked for this kind of reciprocity in your love, and this is just confirmation that you're getting that, and it's loading. And there is also too, like, you're going to be able to weather the storm together. You're going to be able to actively communicate in a healthy way without letting the emotions get the best of you. You guys are going to be able to respond instead of react. So there is a lot of like balanced and healing energy coming from this. You're healing in that relationship area aspect of your just you, but also your whole life, like your being, and just how I'm hearing too, like it's really healing you because you never thought relationships could be this way, whether it's friendships or just love interest, whatever it may be, because you never had that. So you didn't know what it felt like to actively be in a healthy connection, and now you're figuring this out and being like, it can be better. The grass is greener on the other side. And I'm hearing too is like you could have had fool's gold, what looks great on the surface, but really on the inside it was not as it seemed. Like it wasn't all like, what is that one saying? It's like it's not all as cracked up as it's like supposed to be or whatever, or seem. I don't know what the saying is. But yeah, you're really knowing that grass was fake. That's why it felt green, you know, but this is real, true, thriving grass, you know. So a garden, you know, like you're building that garden, you're tending to that garden together, you know. And none of that forbidden fruit nonsense, no more of that greediness that came from other people taking what they wanted, even though they knew that that was going to have some serious repercussions, no matter how sweet the fruit may be. So yeah, you're just having this kiss me energy entering your life, and this is because you're just getting more and more alignment with yourself, and therefore your life is just reflecting that back to you at this time. So yes, you are going to be asked to make a choice too. Maybe you could be choosing between two people, you know, the past and the present and the future, you know, like this is the past version and this is the present and future of like, this connection is more has more potential. And I don't know why I'm like losing track of everything. You could be stuttering, or you could be like tripping over your words, or just forgetting what you were gonna say next. So yeah, you're just excuse me, a yawn came in. But yeah, you're gonna have to make a choice between either staying with this old version of your life, of your story, or moving on to the next chapter. Or you could be choosing between two people to start dating, or friends, two friend groups, whatever it may be. And so yes, this is a conscious choice that you're going to be making here in the future, and it is going to be a soulful connection. It's about two souls intertwining and coming together, and this is a sacred love that is harmonious, and it does come from both parties, both people involved, knowing who they are and what they stand for and what you believe in at the end of the day. And so yeah, this is like divinely blessed. Whatever this new connection is, give it a shot is what I'm hearing. Give it a try. Even if it's a little bit different from what you're used to, but let it warm up to you, because you have operated in such a way where you do have to get used to this new version, this new way of operating from. And so yeah, it's saying give it a try, because this connection is divinely blessed. Yeah, it's full of life, and there's so much divinity here. Even if you can't see it or feel it yet, you will at the end of the day. And it is not gonna be just simple. Every relationship is not just black and white. It has its gray areas too, but you're gonna figure out how to move through them. Every relationship is complex in its own way, because each party is their own person, and so it's not like you're just one person. And it is gonna feel like you guys are just one person, and that's how beautifully you guys are gonna fit together. But yeah, like it's just gonna be so beautiful, because you're gonna be able to navigate that complexity together, gonna be able to weather those storms together. You know, you guys are gonna be holding umbrellas for each other on your rainy, gloomy days. And yeah, this is just a card that's asking you to make a choice, not with impulsivity, not with hormones. If it's with a lover, you know, not what really gets you going. Because what I'm hearing too is like they may not be your type, but as soon as you get to know them and their personality, they become more and more charming and more attractive to you. So it's about making a choice, not even like logically with your head, but it's about with your whole self, with your mind, body, soul, and heart, you know, whatever truly is feeding you at the end of the day. And it's just so beautiful. It's a very beautiful connection. So then now we have the Queen of Wands and reverse. And to me, what's really sticking out to me about this card is how it's the only reversed card, and it's in the middle. It's on both sides there's two cards that are facing upright, and this is the only one that's in reverse. And the Queen of Wands is about action. This is about initiative and invention. This fell on my lap too. This is the only card that fell on my lap. So this could be something that's going to be falling into your lap too. It's going to come out of nowhere, out of thin air, and it's just going to fall from the sky into your lap. I'm also hearing Coraline. Like, drafts don't just fall from the sky. You know, that line in there, and then the licorice comes falling down, crashing down. So Coraline could be, you know, significant to someone. It's a good movie, you know. I recommend watching it if you haven't already. And this is just the Wands cards, they help you guide you through your life, how to move through it, and they really are the advising card. They give you advice on when to move and when to really pull back your energy and your actions at this time. Black cats could be significant to someone, you know. Black cards are about intuition. They're messengers from the spiritual realm. Whenever you come across one, it's not bad luck, but instead that you're really in tune with your intuition at this time. And also too, what's funny is that this is upside down right next to the Hanged Man. So you really are seeing things from a different perspective, a newer perspective, you know. And so, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. You guys could be exhausted, a little bit tired. Like I said, you guys could have gone through a dark night of the soul, and so you guys could be exhausted, or you guys could be exhausted from dealing with ish, you know, whether it be about just like those doubts and like from your own mental self, or from other external energies around you or outside of you. And so yeah, that's definitely significant to someone. Like, y'all are tired of the BS is what I'm hearing. Okay, so yeah, you guys could be really fighting that your mental right now. You could be feeling a little bit at war with yourself, wanting to stay positive, and yet those negative doubts and worries are coming in at this time, and which is totally human. It's just you need to let them be felt and then let them pass. You know, it's like traffic. Let the noise pass you by. You still hear it, you still see it, but you let it pass by. And so yeah, you could be really having that confidence shaken up at this time. You could be really doubting yourself and your sparkle at this time. You could be you could have found yourself like shrinking. Let me see if I can pick this up. Yeah, you could have felt yourself shrinking from other people, you know, like you could have been shrinking yourself, dimming your light just to make others feel comfortable or satisfied and content with where they're at, and they just didn't want to see your light, is what I'm hearing. That's why, like, you glow in the dark no matter what. No matter how hard you try to dim your light, you still shine at the end of the day. And so yeah, this is just how you used to question yourself, whether you like were worthy of being seen, whether you were valuable, whether you were wise, whether you were truly just valuably beautiful, you know, like you are you are all of these things. You are beautiful, you are smart, you are worthy, you are enough. And so someone made you question these things, like they didn't want to see that, and now you're like, no, I'm not gonna listen to them. And now the roles are reversed. Now they're questioning themselves, because they're like, why is this person leaving without me? So now this was you, now this is you. You're moving on. You're like, no, I'm leaving that behind. Like, F that. That chapter is finally ending and has ended, and now it's time for me to move on and to this new chapter of my life. And so, yeah, you could have felt like you were just overcompensating too, like you were struggling with your sense of worth. So you were trying to be something that you weren't. You were trying to basically command and ask for that attention that you weren't given. And what I saw and what I really truly love is that one saying is that beautiful things don't ask to be seen. They're just beautiful, and their beauty is just so radiant that they just get attention without even asking for it or commanding it. Like, they just are who they are, and that's why they're so attractive, and their energy is magnetic and is always pulling in these other energies. And so, yeah, you could have been making loud moves to just try and cover up how much worthless, useless you were, like how you felt just ugly, maybe, on the outside, whatever it may be. But you're a very beautiful person, and this is just saying, be who you are, because that is what truly shines the brightest. And also, what shines the brightest too, what will amplify that amount of brightness too, is about just not wanting to just be seen, not wanting that attention, but instead just being fine without, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're being so comfortable in your own presence that you don't need nobody else's. You're so fine, like you come to yourself for your validation to where you don't need to go to anyone else for that. And so you don't have to like put on a show for anyone, because you hold a deep knowing in yourself and for yourself that you are enough, you are beautiful, and that is truly that magnetic energy. And so, yeah, this is just saying to reconnect with your authentic power. It's about knowing that you are worthy. It's about standing firm in that. It's about standing firm in your value, in your worth, and your wiseness and your beauty. It's about standing in that and owning it, really owning that. And that's just so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And it is saying to look at everything from a different perspective in this reverse. And next to this Hangman, it's about looking at this from a different perspective. Change the angle, and you're going to truly see how much you really do take up space, how much you really are like able to harness your power, your strength, and just command your own energy for yourself, taking your energy back, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, like, you guys are really going to be able to see that, and because of that, you're really going to be able to step into that. You're going to really be able to embody that, and you're really going to be able to just harness it and cultivate it, and to the point where that's just gonna be who you are. You're just gonna come in booming with that confidence when you walk in the room, and people are gonna feel that different energy shift. They really are. And it's not about doing more, like with this Hangman, it's not about doing more. It's about not doing anything intentionally. It's just about going within and just truly just being who you are, and just responding how you would respond, rather than people pleasing, is what I'm hearing, without thinking, oh, what is this going to do to them, or how is this going to make them feel, oh, I shouldn't do that. No, be yourself. If you have to ruffle a couple feathers to do that, then do that, because this is about just being you, with just going with the flow, and just stepping into your confidence, and just knowing your beauty, because this is true power. And so, yeah, you're You're being put in a divine timeout too. That's why I'm hearing that everything's slowly loading. Like you needed to go within in order to have this newfound discovery, as well as just really pay attention to it, tend it, weed it. Yeah, you're pulling out them weeds, you know, those beliefs, those energies, those people, those situations, those thoughts, whatever it may be. You're weeding that stuff out of your garden in order to make it a beautiful garden for you and your true people, your soul tribe, to find you. And yeah, like you're experiencing this divine timeout to just basically give you a moment of pause. You're being asked to just stop, take a breath, as well as just really figure out who you are at this time after this death of your old identity, after this death of your old ideals, these habits, these expectations, whatever it may be that you put on yourself or others put on yourself, pressures, expectations, whatever it may be. So yeah, just really surrender. I'm still getting this too, is just let the light in, you know, really let yourself be open to being yourself, as well as let that sunlight in, let down your guard, you know, don't hope for the worst, because the best is yet to come, you know, the best is coming. So yeah, it's really beautiful, because this is just about you not putting that pressure on yourself to act or do or say things a certain way, but instead to just move authentically to you, just to flow with it, and don't be so intentional with certain things that you're doing, providing, or operating from, because that's only serving them, is what I'm hearing. It's only serving them, not you. And so this is just a reminder from like the cosmos, you know, that this breakthrough isn't gonna come by force. It's about not resisting it. It's about, I hope this makes sense. Like, it's not about forcing it. It's about not resisting it. It's just about going with the flow of your life and of yourself, and everything's naturally just gonna come to you when you continue to step in your alignment with yourself. And as well as when you step into that alignment, everything that you've manifested, everything you deserve and desire is gonna flow to you as a result of that. So you are really releasing those old patterns. This hangman is just confirming yet again, release those old patterns and just put on a fresh pair of eyes and look at the situation differently, because this miracle is already unfolding for you. It's already loading for you, and it's just about intentionally being still. Give yourself that time to rest and recuperate, because big things are ahead and you're going to need that energy that you are storing up in this moment. It's not about being passive. It's about knowing that you're being recalibrated in this moment. You are learning how to... Okay, recalibration is about just learning how to do things in a different way. Like, you're getting a new perspective, you're thinking differently, you're doing things differently, because things are different now. You're different now. Your life is different now. And so you're really realizing that this recalibration was very much needed to step into this new chapter of your life. And the hangman reminds me of the hermit, because you learn so much about yourself and the power you possess from going within, from taking a step back from all these things and just going within and being at peace and being with yourself, to really learn, oh, this is how I tick, you know? So clocks could be significant, you know, TikTok. I'm also seeing that grandfather clock that's really famous right now because of that show Stranger Things. So Stranger Things shows could be significant to you at this time. and you're really learning how people can put on a bold, pretty face, but in reality, when you look more deeper into it, they are sour, they are not the best people, and you're really realizing that. You're really discerning at this time who you're taking with you and who you're leaving behind in this very moment. And like I said, yellow is just very prominent. This is the most yellow card, and it's at the end. I feel like it was like, yeah, crazy. Yeah, there's yellow and red are just really coming in, as well as flowers. Like in the Queen of Wands, there's sunflowers. And sunflowers is bright. It's about facing the light, you know? It's about being more on that positive side. It's about not worrying. It's about being happy. You know, it's about just being in the moment. And landscapes, like a lot of nature energy as well. I'm always getting nature energy. Like there's a lot of green. So there's a lot of that abundance coming in with this green. Yeah. I'm also seeing like third eye, like the third eye chakra. So that could be really significant because, like I said, with the black cat's intuition, it's about listening to those whispers and those flutters of your heart. So yeah, the page of coins, or the page of pentacles, is you becoming a student. And I feel like the student you're coming into is a student of yourself. You're learning how to be yourself, which can sound a little crazy, but most people don't know how to be authentic, and they just go with whatever they feel is expected of them, like from society, from close friends and family, whatever it may be. You may morph yourself into whatever you feel like is palatable, tolerable, but yeah, for them. So you could be like a lizard, or is it a chameleon? I think it's a chameleon, where when you're in a different background, you change your color, you change the way you are in order to suit the environment that you're in, which is very good adaptability, but you kind of lost yourself in that sauce. You kind of were like, okay, but who am I? These are just multifaceted parts of myself that make up myself, but who am I truly? So this is you becoming a student of yourself and of your life and your world. And yeah, you could be dreaming about dreams that you didn't allow yourself to dream in a very long time. You could be like, what do I really want to do? What career endeavor, what endeavor do I want to go on? And you're really allowing yourself to dream, if not already to dream at this time. And you are solidly making those plans. And I'm hearing too, like you could have been thinking about something, made a whole plan, and then stopped yourself halfway because you're like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, this is silly. But it's not silly. It's not ridiculous. Like, you truly have dreams, and this card is saying, go for it. Go for it. Whether it's healthier connections, but mainly I'm getting just being yourself. And this is when healthier connections come in. This is when these career endeavors and ideas come in. And I'm hearing you guys could have wanted to have your own business. You wanted to be an entrepreneur, and you're allowing yourself to dream again because you want to be yourself. And that's part of being yourself, is going after things that align with you. And I'm seeing a shop and a deck of cards. So you guys could really, I don't know, you guys could really like board games or card games, you know, like blackjack or 21, whatever it may be, or slapjack too, whatever it may be. You're really getting into the things that you found yourself in childhood playing. And yeah, there's so much potential here. You have so much potential, and this card is just confirming that, like, go for it, like, go after it. And so you're really acquiring these new skills and these new ways of operating from, because you are figuring out who you are, what you like, and how you respond, and how you will you're really getting in tune with yourself. Like, you're really aligning with yourself. You're really, if you struggle with emotions, you're really now starting to stop and like navigate your just emotional depth. I like to think of our emotions as an ocean. You can just keep diving more deeper and deeper and just explore places that you've never explored before. And so you could really be stopping and taking a second to be like, what am I feeling in this moment? And you're really just assessing yourself at this time to be like, who am I? You could feel like you're overanalyzing, but you're just analyzing yourself. You're just taking a closer look to be like, is this me, or is this something that I need to cut off? Is this extra weight that's not me? And so, yeah, you have new goals. Like, your goals, like, everything is just becoming, like, this is a renewal in everything. It's a renewal, it's a revitalization, it's just, you're really investing in new things, such as yourself. You could have neglected yourself in the past, and now you're investing more in yourself at this time. You're taking care of yourself, not only just mentally, as well as physically. If there's any areas that you know that you needed to work on, that you kind of pushed off to the side for all these years, you're really realizing, oh, like, I can't do this no longer. I have to go after it. I have to do it for me. Is what I'm hearing for you. Like, you're really saying, I have to do this for me, and that's all that matters, and that's all that I care for in this moment. So yeah, you're really growing into something real, and these things that you're gonna go after, these seeds that you're planting, these career endeavors, these relationship endeavors, whatever it may be, you could be putting yourself out there trying to find people more like you, and newer people who aren't like past people that you used to associate yourself with. And you're realizing that this all had to happen in its timing, because you at the time didn't see yourself for who you were because of the people you're hanging out with, and now that you see yourself, you're able to cut them like issues off, you know, like, that's not mine to hold on to anymore. That's not serving me, and you're releasing that, which is so beautiful. But yes, you're growing into something real, and therefore all these things you're going after are becoming something real. And you're not trying to be flashy. You're not trying to covet that attention anymore, because you give that to yourself. You give yourself that validation, that attention, and that worth. And you no longer want to get that from external energies and external sources, because you're able to give that to yourself, and you're realizing, I don't need these people. And yeah, you guys are really focused at this time. It's like tunnel vision. You're really going after it. Whatever this is, you're going after it, these endeavors. Especially, you're going after yourself. You're really being like, I'm no longer gonna push you to the side. You are worth so much. You mean so much, because you are me. You know, like, does that make sense? Like, you really are truly having this newfound love and just way of seeing yourself, and you're truly cherishing yourself, which is such a beautiful thing. Which could feel new to you, you know, and you're really saying, I'm not going to drop it. You come to this realization that you may have felt like you dropped the ball, you know, but the ball is you. Like, you may have felt like you dropped it quite a few times, like you picked it up and then you dropped it as fast as you picked it up, because you just couldn't stick with it. But this time it's different, is what I'm hearing. You're really sticking with it. So you're really exploring these different sides of yourself. You're really wanting to explore different subjects as well. You could be thinking about endeavoring on a financial journey as well, you know, entrepreneurship, whatever it may be. You are really thinking of all these possibilities at this time, because you can feel your potential. You hold that deep knowing within yourself that you can do anything you put your mind to. So why limit yourself when you're limitless? Like, your potential, the things that you can do with your abilities is infinite. It's infinite, you know, there's no limit, there's no restrictions. Like, you can do it. So yeah, you're just really planting these seeds, and these are long-term things. Like, you are gonna continue to go after yourself like this and continue giving yourself what you need and nourishing and tending to this garden that is you forever. Like, these things that you're planting are long term. These projects aren't short term. These are for the long haul. This is for a lifetime. And this goes for these other endeavors too, whether it's financial, whether it's a career, whatever it may be, relationships. And this card is just confirmation that you are on the right path. Like, you're on the correct path. You are following what was for you. And also too is like, you're actively creating your path as you're walking on it. So you are able to create your story and your narrative. Like, you have control over that. So why not use that control and be creative with it? Like, you're really coming into that creativity with these ideas, with these goals, with these things that you're going after. And so, yeah, stay curious and just stay grounded with your higher powers as well as yourself. Stay grounded. And also, another good way to stay grounded is to connect with nature, with Mother Earth, you know, like walk barefoot in the grass, or go hug trees and go on a hike or go on a walk and just touch all the precious plants that are out there. Because when you connect with nature, there's so much greenery and there's so much abundance from that. And just really connect with that at this time, because you and abundance, that energy of abundance, are one, is what I'm hearing. When you sit at that tree and read that book, you are connecting, you are one. And just keeping persistent, keep showing up for yourself, keep showing up for your life, because these things that feel small, that you've only just started to create and get a shape on and a form on, are turning into freaking a giant sculpture that you're molding. Like, these things are going to turn big. They seem small, they seem minuscule even, but they're going to turn into something gigantic. And so, yeah, you're ready. This card is saying you're ready, and you know that you're ready. You're ready to learn about yourself. You're ready to learn about what you dream of, what you align with. And you're so full of that spark, that energy, that fire is lit up inside you, and you're gonna actually commit to it, is what I'm hearing. And yeah, like, this, you're holding on to something meaningful. This is you, and you're holding it like it means the whole world to you, because it is. You're your whole world. Like, you're your best friend, you're your love of your life, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know, you're your most top priority before anything else, because you are the vessel that you live in. You are the body and the mind that you live in. You are who you're gonna be with for the rest of your life, you know, and you're really realizing that in this moment. And so, yes, it's like so much earthy vibes, and there's just so much potential, there's so much possibility, and you know that there's so much possibility, and so much, like, nothing is impossible. The impossible is the possible for you, you know. And so this is a practical journey. You are gonna find yourself learning. You're gonna be studying, taking notes. You know, you could go back to school. You could be building something from scratch, and you're building something from scratch yet again, from the ground up, from this firm and steady foundation. And so just really embrace that student mindset, really be eager to grow, which you already are. You're growing in so many ways. You're growing like these vines, like you're really growing at this time. And yeah, just be willing to work, which you are putting that work in for yourself and for your life. And you really are open to the process of being patient with yourself and just how you go about things, how you operate, how you act, how just everything about yourself. You're really being patient with yourself in this time. And this is again a confirmation that it is slowly loading, but it's still loading. Like, progress is still progress, no matter how small. And yeah, you don't have all the answers, because like I said, you're creating your path, so you don't know where you're going. You know that you're going somewhere, but you don't know where you're going. And so yeah, you don't have to have all the answers, and be at peace with that. You're never at one point in time gonna know the who, what, when, where, why, and how. And that's just part of it. It's all in divine timing, and it will all click. It will all make sense in divine timing. And if it doesn't, if there's something left out, then just know that it's not serving you and it's not needed, and you can just forget about it, because whatever happens to you in your life isn't happening to you. It's happening from and for you, And so just, stay consistent and stay grounded. Stay in this present moment. Don't look too far. Don't focus on the future nor the past, unless it is serving you, unless you are gaining something from that or learning something from that about yourself, about your life, whatever it may be. But stay focused in the present moment and the next step you're going to take. You don't have to look 5 years down the road. As long as you know your next step, that's all you need to know. Oh, look at me rhyming again. But yeah, as long as you know where to plant your feet, where to take that next step, that's all that matters. Because these intentional steps are leading you in the direction where it is aligned with you, where it does interest you, where your curiosity is. Like, it's just gonna lead you to what is rightfully yours, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, the future is just so bright and just full of life ahead of you, because you are such a focused beginner, and the future loves that. They reward that. So just continue to be such a focused beginner on all these things, because you're going to be rewarded for it. Like, your labor, you're going to bear the fruits of your labor. All of this hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears that you poured into this is going to pay off at the end of the day. Also, I'm getting like smoke is significant. So you could have like a chimney, or you could have like bonfires, you could light fires, you could have like grilling, you could like incense, or you could like blowing out candles. Like, I don't know, something's really significant with fire as well. And fire is yellow and red. There's a lot of that energy in this moment. There's a lot of heart chakra and solar plexus energy. And solar plexus energy is about that confidence, is about that sense of worth that you are stepping into. That's why there is a lot of yellow energy. But that heart chakra, that red energy, is also the heart. It's about your love and being open to loving yourself and to loving others and loving possibilities and loving life. So yeah, that's really beautiful. that's super beautiful. But yeah, those things are very significant at this time as well. Like, you guys could love gardening as well, or just love flowers, like, or you're gonna get your flowers, is what I'm hearing. Like, that victory is yours. You're gonna get your flowers. You're gonna be celebrated by yourself and by your soul tribe that you surround yourself with. Like, all these things that you know are possible are gonna come into your life. Like, they're gonna actively become your reality. They're gonna swoop you off your feet. They're gonna tickle your toes, is what I heard. Like, you know when you get tickled, like that sense of joy, that laughter, like, you're gonna be feeling that. You're gonna be laughing because you're just gonna feel so at peace and so full of happiness and love. Yeah, peace, love, and happiness are just filling you up. And that reminds me of that hippie movement. You guys could have been hippies, or kind of are hippies, like peace, love, and happiness, man. Like, you could love peace signs, you could love, I don't know, smoking weed, whatever it may be. but there is significance with that as well. And there's a lot of colorful stuff going on here too. And when I think of hippies, I think of like those headbands and those bell bottoms and how they're always dripped out in color. So yeah, like your life could be getting more colorful in this moment, and because of that, it's reflecting off of you as well. You are becoming more colorful. So yeah, I really hope that this resonated with someone. I know it will. Nothing's a coincidence, so this reached you for a reason. If you like this and if this resonated, please like and subscribe. You don't have to, but yes, it's greatly appreciated. I'm grateful for you all, and I just hope you really are just focusing on yourself and just continue to, because it's such a beautiful journey to endeavor on, the journey of you, of finding yourself and being who you are, who you actually are, not who you feel like you should be, you know, and making that discernment. Sometimes that distinction can be a little hard, like those lines could get murky, but you're still doing it for you, and that's beautiful. So yeah, I'm hearing something too, that you could get something free for you, you know, like, you know, free of cost, free of charge, you know, like, yeah. And also reading could be significant. You could be reading upon things, or reading books or comics or whatever it may be. You're really reading into something at this time too. You could be reading into yourself. So yeah, you're really learning so much about yourself, and that's so beautiful. But yes, I send you nothing but love and luck, and just your blessings are coming in. I'm just sending even more blessings and miracles your way. Have a blessed day. Love you.